Hi all, welcome to this African Cup of Nations trading tips video where we're going to focus on the lesser nations with fewer players, so quite a few to work on out of the 16 in total, and I feel this could be worthwhile for the African Cup of Nations if they have an SBC or anything to do with this. So if you can smash the likes, be awesome, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter at GIsALegend. All the links are down below for playlists on the channel and social media links, so let's jump into the video guys. First nation to focus in is the home nation, who actually don't have many to work with. But in terms of your goals, you've got Lemina, you've got Manga, and Aubameyang as kind of the main three to work with. Lemina just now goes for around 650, and Manga, I've noticed he's starting to go to around 700 coins. But you can be quite patient, and you can get the odd one on for Manga for like 300 to 500 coins. But I think just due to the African Cup of Nations and other aspects, that's kind of why he's going up in price. But his card definitely worthwhile keeping in mind if you can have him on the cheap. But Gabon as a nation as a whole, definitely some good useful players. The silvers you can get for 150. One player I've noticed quite usefully is Bulo. His card I've been getting quite a few for 150 and selling one for 500. And there's a few players I've still not got, but definitely a good worth nation. Guinea-Bissau as a nation, they have Mendy. I've noticed quite a few people have been sending like tweets and DMs, and Mendy is the one player a lot of people have been investing in, and I can see why they've been paying like 250 for him, and like people have got like whole pages of Mendy, and I'm quite impressed by it. That they are doing some serious investing, and it's, to be honest, 300 sorry. Not 250, get the prices right. Jackie and Vieira is the one guy I've been looking at because he plays for Leeds, so it's a good league, good team, and might be very useful. 150 is what you can readily pay for him just now, and that's what I will be continually paying. So Zimbabwe, Cat Sandy is another I've been heavily investing my coins into. For me, and we've made a boo-boo there, we paid 350 when we shouldn't have, but that's an easy enough mistake to make, but plenty of him at 300. The silvers, however, are a bit tougher to make profits on. These guys, like, you can pay 150 for the non-rares. It's actually selling them on is the hard part. You're making about 250 if you're lucky, but there's still plenty of good profits to be made out of Zimbabwe. The players at the moment, especially with being strikers, they might become useful as the time progresses. But for me, if I was going to do any serious Zimbabwe investing, and as my recommendation, Cat Sandy is the man I would be putting a lot of my coins into, mainly because he's 300 coins and you can get quite a few of him, and it's no risk trading as it were, so it's good healthy investing. But with the bronzes, I wouldn't even touch the Zimbabwe players, just focus personally in my opinion on Cat Sandy. And if you're going to try and go for any of the silvers, look at most likely the rare players. I think they might be more valuable. Then next nation is Uganda. They kind of just have the bronzes as a big key point. This dude Lorenzen, definitely a useful player, but he's very expensive. I just wouldn't pay the serious coinage that they're asking for. Good pace, good stats, but I just wouldn't go out and buy him personally. And Kukuba, his stats pretty decent, but he plays in Liga NOS and going for about 500-600 coins. He's not the easiest to buy cheap, so keep that in mind. But if you can get him for 150 and well, I'm selling for 500, you're kind of laughing. Uganda have one silver in Azira, who is kind of practically max price, and if you can even like 4 to 6k. Togo, you've got the Sevi, who personally I would pay 350 for. I don't mind paying 350 for, and some people have sent the Sevi and Ayite to me on quite a regular basis at 350 on their transfer list, and they're making good healthy profits at the current moment, selling for like 450, 500. So fair play to these guys for sending their transfer tips. Because in the day, if you are doing any serious investing as well in the African Cup of Nations, then go for it. Like the Sevi I don't actually have in the club at all yet, so I'm not surprised I haven't done them. Gakpe, I've got a few of him in the clubs, and he hopefully can make me some good healthy profit. I fancy his card quite heavily to be quite useful due to the league, nation and overall. Egypt as a nation, they are definitely going to be a very useful nation. Primarily the golds, in my personal opinion, El Mohammadi, Salah and Hassan could all prove quite useful. The bronzes not so much. Hafez maybe due to being a Ligu 2, and that could tie into it quite useful. El Neni, he's quite expensive, but El Bab, if you can get him, I've got a couple of him for 150, so I was quite delighted. And Sobe as well, he is a BPL option of Egyptian descent. If you can get this guy for 150, then you're laughing. So like El Bab and Sobe, if you get them for 150, you're sorted. But Karaba, he has an inform as well, and I'll be suggesting go for his card as well. Maybe even his inform, but going for the normal card is definitely a useful option. Because at the end of the day, if any of these go for if you get any of them for 150, you're going to make good profit right away just due to their prices. And just to kind of reinforce it, cheapest on the market, 350. I would imagine that'll go eventually, and it'll be good profit for whoever can sell them on. In terms of the gold, Salah, Ghazal, Hassan, Salah, you're pretty much well covered in terms of the golds. I funnily enough don't have Salah at all in the club yet, which is kind of odd. I haven't packed him at all this FIFA. But Ghazal, El Mohammadi and Hassan, I've got all three of them in the club currently. And I'm actually going to try to see if I can nab a Salah for 700, because I think he looks about more than 700, he must be nearer that 800 mark. Just due to his stats, and also probably due that he's going to get an upgrade soon enough. So let's have a wee nosy. So 800, so a bit live, see what we get. 700s, none on the first page, none on the second. If I see one for 7 I'll nab it. There we go. Nice way to end the video, got a wee free player to snap up. But Salah for me 700, definitely a good buy. But hopefully you find this useful. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any other nations that you think could be useful to invest in. So hope you find, as I said, smash the likes as usual, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, and I will catch you all later.